Dear students, in today's session, I am going to do the acceleration analysis. So, in today's session, I have taken a single that is slider crank mechanism, for which the acceleration analysis is I am going to do. As it is written in the problem here, in a slider crank mechanism, the crank OB is equal to 30 millimeters and the connecting rod BC is 120 millimeters. The crank rotates at a uniform speed of 300 rpm in the clockwise direction. Okay. At a particular instant of time, the crank makes an angle of 60 degrees with the frame. Find the acceleration of the piston C and the angular acceleration of the connecting rod BC. The same problem I have done in the previous video to find the velocity of the different elements. So, in this session, I am going to talk about the acceleration analysis, how to find the acceleration of the different components. Okay. So, it is as it is a slider crank mechanism, very important. Right. So, the crank is OB, that is O is the center and B is the end. OB is the length is 30 millimeters, it is given, and connecting rod length is also it is given. So, with the given data, I am going to find the velocity of the piston, and angular acceleration of the connecting rod BC. How to solve this problem? So, let us see. Since I have already done this for this problem, the velocity analysis, once again I am not going to do the velocity analysis. For the velocity analysis, you can just go through my previous video of velocity analysis on the slider crank mechanism. Okay. Now, the given data, the crank is 30 millimeters, the connecting rod is 120 millimeters, the crank speed is 300 rpm, and theta OB, that is angle made by the crank, is with the horizontal or with the frame is 60 degrees. I am going to find what is that the acceleration of the piston and angular acceleration of the connecting rod BC. Once again, I just try to repeat the thing. For example, whenever we talk about the acceleration, right? Let me take a link here, right? AB is the link here, right? So when it is rotating, that is the clockwise direction with certain uniform speed, right? So as far as the basic definition of the acceleration, we know that if that is omega AB is the angular velocity of the link or the crank, omega AB is the angular velocity of the crank or link AB, then angular acceleration is written as alpha AB, right? So we know that what is alpha AB, it is the angular acceleration. How we are going to define? So rate of change of angular velocity is known as the angular acceleration. Rate of change of angular velocity is the angular acceleration, that we already know. This angular acceleration for the link AB is written as alpha AB. So angular acceleration is again divided into the two components as we discussed, right? One is the normal component, second one is the tangential component. So normal component is written as like this, AN, that is AB, right? AN AB is the normal component and tangential component is AT suffix EAB. This is the normal component, this is the tangential component. And the directions also I told. So the normal component always acts in a direction parallel to the link AB, right? This is a normal component which acts in a direction parallel to the link. Similarly, the tangential component ATAB acts in a which direction? Acts in a direction perpendicular to the link. That is, so ATAB is the tangential component for the link AB. This is how the directions are placed. Normal component acts in a direction parallel to the link. Tangential component acts in a direction perpendicular to the link. This is the very important thing that we are supposed to know. And I think yesterday also I told you some formulae, that is to find the normal and tangential components. So for example, so if you want to find the normal component, right? So A normal AB, the formula is I think omega square AB into, so we know that omega square that is AB into, that is AB. This is the formula. Omega is nothing but the angular velocity of the link AB, that is omega square AB into AB. This is how the normal component is calculated, and tangential component is calculated as, that is alpha AB into the length of the link AB. This is what the formula to find the tangential component, alpha AB into. So here the known quantities are, I think from velocity diagram we can know the value of omega. Therefore the normal component can be calculated, and the tangential component can be calculated from the, what is that, from the acceleration, the polygon. And one more important thing I wanted to tell you is that, so when the crank is rotating with a constant uniform speed, when the crank is rotating with a constant uniform speed, right, its tangential component is 0. Its tangential component is this 0. This is a very, very important thing, right? When the crank is rotating with a constant uniform speed, for example omega AB or omega OB, whatever it may be. So when the crank is rotating with a constant uniform speed, its tangential component is 0. That you should remember. And second thing is that, second thing what I want to tell you is that, for example, here in the case of the slider, right, slider is moving in the horizontal direction. For example, this is the slider, the C, right, the slider is moving in the horizontal direction. Therefore here we are going to calculate, that is acceleration of the slider, because it is the linear motion, right. Angular components will come to those elements which are having rotary motion or reciprocatory motion. No, rotary motion or oscillatory motion. Once again I am repeating, the normal and tangential components will come into the picture for those elements who are having either rotary motion or, that is oscillatory motion, rotary motion or oscillatory motion, right. And for the linear motion or for the reciprocatory motion, so we are going to get the linear acceleration only, Therefore in this problem here, so AC is written. AC is nothing but here this is a slider, right? C is the slider. So acceleration of the slider, that means the linear acceleration of the slider, and alpha BC is nothing but the angular acceleration of the link BC. So with this background, after knowing this background, let us try to solve the given problem, and let us try to find out the solution. Okay. As you know, the first and foremost thing is that, as we know that, so we are going to draw the displacement diagram, and so the displacement diagram, you know how to draw this displacement diagram. So to the step 1, right, what that, the step 1 is the displacement diagram. So for the displacement diagram, so first and foremost thing is that we are going to consider the scale. So here the scale, as I already told you, the scale is 1:1, same, because the length is 30 millimeters and connecting rod is 120 millimeters. Therefore scale also I am going to consider 1:1. The first thing is that to consider the displacement diagram, the scale also I have told you, I will consider it any one point here. This is the O, that is the starting point, the crank OB, right. So it is making an angle of 60 degrees. That means with the horizontal, right, I will draw a line of length which is equal to, the angle is here, it is 60 degrees. The 60 degrees I represent from O, I will cut this line with the length is equal to 30 millimeters. Here I am going to get the point B. This is the crank. The crank is rotating with 300 rpm in the clockwise direction, right. From next I am going to draw the connecting rod. How we are going to draw the connecting rod? That is BC is 120 millimeters. From B as center, radius equal to 120 millimeters. Cut this horizontal. So where we are going to get this point? This is this length. This point is C, and join BC. This is the connecting rod, right? So I have drawn the crank and connecting rod I have drawn, and at the point C, right, the slider is the oscillating, right. So here we are going to find different values or the required thing for this displacement diagram. Now after drawing this displacement diagram, the first and foremost thing is that as we know that if you just see this, right, we know that for example for the link OB, if you just observe the link OB, right. So for the link OB here, right, now normal component of the link OB we have to find, number one, and the tangential component for the link OB we are supposed to find, right? Second one is for the link BC, right? For the link BC, I am going to find, right, for that normal component of the link BC and tangential component for the link BC, right? This is one. And third one is the slider. Slider is it is the reciprocating. So with this horizontal, here for the slider C, I am going to find the value of AC, because here it is linear fashion. So we are going to find the linear acceleration. Therefore, these five things we are supposed to find. Okay. To start this, I think a normal component of the link OB. I already told you the formula. Formula for this is that that is omega square OB into the length of the link OB. The length of the link OB. If you just see my previous video, I have drawn the velocity analysis, right? So this value is 31.416 into the length of the link is given as 30 millimeters. If you convert in meters, it is 0.03. This value is going to be 29.6 meters per second square. 29.6 meter per second square. This is the normal component of the link OB. And tangential component, I told you the crank is rotating with uniform angular speed. So therefore, when the element is rotating with uniform angular speed, its tangential component is 0, right? So again the formula is the alpha OB into the length of the link OB. So for this, the tangential component is 0. Why it is 0? Because the crank is rotating with uniform angular speed. Right? Next one is the normal component of the link BC. The normal component of the link BC. So again the formula is that is omega square BC into length of the link BC, right? So omega square BC, omega BC is nothing but the angular velocity of the link BC. So if you just my previous video, it is omega, that is angular velocity is 4, that is 4 square into 0.12, because length of the link is 120 millimeters. If you convert in millimeters, if you convert it to meters, it is 0.12. This value is going to be 1.92 meters per second square, right? This is the normal component, and tangential component we don't know. We are supposed to find from the graph. And similarly, acceleration polygon. Similarly, the acceleration of the slider also we are going to find. Now, how to start? So first, let me take this value. To now in the second step, right? Second step, I am going to consider the acceleration polygon. Acceleration polygon. If you just see the acceleration polygon here, again the scale is very, very important. The scale is, I am going to consider 1 centimeter is equal to, that is 4 meter per second square. 4 meters per second square, right? Suitable scale, 1 centimeter is equal to 4 meter per second square. This is the scale for acceleration, the polygon. Okay. Now, how to start this? First, I will take the link OB, that is normal component of the link OB. So this normal component always acts in a direction how? Parallel to the link OB. Parallel to the link OB. Therefore, at any point O, because this point is O, this is a fixed point. Similarly, so from this point, I will write it as O dash here, right? O dash, I will draw the line OB dash. I will draw the line OB dash. So in which direction? In a direction parallel to the link OB, because the normal component always acts in a direction parallel to the link. Therefore, from O dash, I will draw what is the length of the line, because the scale is 4 meters per second square. So 29.6 divided by 4, whatever the value you get, that much value with that much centimeter, approximately 4 7 20 7 point something centimeters. So you are going to get this value. This is the P dash, right? And tangential component is 0. Therefore, I have drawn O dash, B dash. Okay. Next thing is that I am going to draw the normal component of the link BC. Where the link BC? BC is here. The normal component of the link BC is here. So how this normal component will act? It acts in a direction parallel to the link BC, because normal component always acts in a direction parallel to the link. Therefore, I will just draw a line, a dotted line which shows the parallel to the link. So this point, this may come around because 1.9 divided by 4, some 0.7 or something you are going to get. So this value is I am going to get here. I will represent as it is xy. It is the normal component, right? And tangential component is nothing but, so it is, its direction is known, its magnitude is unknown. Its direction is known, magnitude is unknown. But what is the direction? Its direction is perpendicular to this link. It is the perpendicular to this link. So you perpendicularly you draw a line like this, perpendicular to this. This is 90 degrees. You draw a line, right? So its magnitude is unknown, but direction is known. Right? Similarly, if you just see this element C, I am going to represent the point C now. So the point C is, C is moving in which direction? It is in the horizontal direction. The linear acceleration is always in a direction parallel to the line of stroke. So from O, you draw a line parallel to this, parallel to the link OC. It is a simple horizontal line. So this is, if you just join this, so now the point of intersection of, right, this link and this link, this line and perpendicular to this is I am going to represent as it is C dash, right? So O dash we got, B dash we got, and C dash we got. So therefore O dash B dash is, again the direction is in this direction, right? Again join C dash to B dash here, C dash to B dash and O dash to C dash. So here the direction is something this is like this, and from O dash to C dash, because from O to C it will go, the direction is like this. So this value is, so we know that O dash B dash, it is nothing but OB, that is if you just calculate the value, okay, I will tell you it is here it is ACB here, this is ACB, I am going to write, right, and this is AC here, right, and OB, so you can write there is a angular acceleration, that is you can write VOB. Now I want to find this tangential component of BC and AC. How to find this tangential component? So the formula is, so if you just see tangential component from the figure, right, you just find out the value, that is x dot, that is x dash C dash into scale, because this is the tangential component, x dash C dash into scale. If you measure this value, it is 6.5 into 4, which is equal to 26 meters per second square, 26 meter per second square, that is tangential component of the link BC, right. So it is perpendicular to the link BC, right, we already know. And similarly the linear acceleration of the link C is equal to, that is O dash C dash into scale. If you measure the length O dash C dash in this diagram, it is coming as 2.7 into 4, 2.7 into 4, approximately its value is 10.8 meters per second square, right. So this is the values we have found for the link OB, normal and tangential, for the link BC, normal and tangential, for the link C, it is the linear acceleration, okay. So ultimately I want to find what is that, the linear acceleration of the link C and angular acceleration of the link BC, right. So linear acceleration of the link, that is a slider AC is equal to 10.8 meter per second square. It is already, this value we already found out. So alpha BC, the value of alpha BC is equal to, we know that A tangential BC divided by the length of the link BC. So A tangential is how much we got, 26 divided by, we are going to get BC length is 120 millimeters, right, converted into meter, it is 0.12. So this value is 216.67 radians per second, because it is the alpha value. So like this the acceleration analysis is done to find the linear acceleration of the slider and angular acceleration of the link, that is a connecting rod BC. Okay, thank you.